Tampa, we could not contain our excitement.
We just dropped off our luggage and now it's time to go check in.
First step at the cruise terminal was to take a COVID test. Everybody going on the ship had to take a COVID test before boarding.
We're all checked in and it's time to go on the ship.
This wasn't just any ordinary cruise. We would be going on a transatlantic cruise, crossing the entire Atlantic Ocean.
Shitty car, but we hit the road. Doesn't matter.
That's the boat that we're gonna spend the next 2 weeks on. It's huge.
'Cause when I want it, then I want it, yeah, I want it.
Here we go.
Look around, where's the
If you've never been on a cruise ship before, it's kind of like walking into a fancy hotel and a mini city all at once. The first thing you have to do when you get on a ship is go to a safety briefing where they explain all the safety equipment and what to do in case of an emergency.
So we did our safety briefing and now we're gonna go down to the room.
Just FYI, rooms on a cruise ship are very small.
Where's the bedroom? It's the bunk bed.
But it's not really a big deal because on a cruise you spend very little time in your actual room. There are so many fun things on board.
Now we're gonna go get some food.
I want a taste of the good life, hit me with it.
When we got to the top deck, it was a straight up party. So we quickly got some food and then joined on the dance floor. And then before we knew it, it was dinner time. Dinner is served in the main dining room every evening. And on a cruise, all your food is included in the price of the cruise. The waitstaff will even put on a show as you're eating your dinner. That evening, we watched a beautiful sunset from our cruise room window. And then we got the unique experience of passing underneath the Skyway Bridge at nighttime. Each night, the cruise puts on a special show for the guests, so we joined our parents in watching this amazing song and dance show.
Good morning. Rory and I are finishing breakfast and then we're going to go to the kids club.
While Sage and I went to the kids club, Mom and Dad booked us an excursion for Bermuda.
We just booked a snorkel trip for Bermuda. We are going to go snorkel on some shipwrecks, so the girls will be really excited.
Meanwhile, Sage and I left the kids club and we headed straight to the pool.
And I won't look back, yeah. I don't care about the bad shit back home. It's Cincinnati, baby. I just wanna let it.
Did you know that on a cruise there is all-you-can-eat ice cream, like as much ice cream as you want? So we definitely got some of that while we were out on the pool deck. Then we participated in a scavenger hunt competition and look who won. That evening we had another delicious dinner and then we went to a family-friendly comedy show. The next morning we were feeling brave enough to try out the water slide on the top deck.
Right now we're going to go ahead and slide. We're really scared, but we're going to do it for you guys.
Nothing matters when we're way out.
There she goes.
Just addicted to the way you take the pain away.
That's so fun. It's basically like a coffin. It's like dropping.
Cincinnati, baby. Cincinnati, baby.
I want to do it again.
Right now?
One more time? No. We're about to go do a Build-A-Bear workshop. I don't know. Okay, I'll go with the left one.
Take a picture with your mom. Thank you.
As you may be able to tell, cruise ships are non-stop fun.
Are you serious?
We took a trip to Mexico. Hi, Mom. What you been doing?
You got my message,
Yeah?
And after having some pizza with our parents, we went out to go do some dancing.
Like the truth, yeah. A girl told me that a man that can dance like a
By day 4, we had made friends with all the other kids on the ship through the kids club. So we went up with our friends to play at the splash pad and the slide. After hanging out with our friends pretty much all day, we had another eventful dinner. And then we hung out with our friends again. Because this cruise was in the middle of April, the other kids on board were either from homeschooled families or traveling families, and we had a lot in common.
It is 10 o'clock at night and we're having pizza with our friends.
When we looked out our window on day 5, we saw something very different. We hadn't seen land in over 5 days. But overnight, our ship had docked at the island of Bermuda.
Today we're getting off the ship to explore the island of Bermuda.
And I won't look back, yeah. I don't care about the bad shit back home. It's Cincinnati, baby. I just wanna let it go. Nothing matters when we're